So now I'm back in the office and here with you with another video. Sales reps are always told, do the thing that gets you paid, but most get it wrong. So the advice that sales reps get is to focus on income generating tasks, which are running appointments, presenting proposals to customers, closing deals, asking for referrals, even door knocking to get prospects. So those are the things that most sales reps are advised to do. Things that they're advised not to do is fumble around the CRM trying to organize it, go to useless meetings, scroll on social media trying to do research, overthinking versus taking action. Here's the biggest mistake. Reps think practice doesn't get them paid. They skip role-playing, objection handling drills, rehearsing their close. They just run appointments, hoping they'll get better with experience. I've been playing hockey for over 25 years. I play once a week, go to the game, play the game, have fun, and do nothing else hockey related for the rest of the week. I'm an amateur at hockey. Professional hockey players, they practice in between games. So likewise, if you want to be a professional sales rep, you can't just go to appointments and do nothing in between appointments. You have to practice. You have to role play. You have to practice your close. You have to practice your intro. You have to prepare yourself for those appointments. To further illustrate the analogy of sports as it compares to sales, your appointments are game day. Role play, rehearse, train. That's how you go from amateur to professional. Remember, practice is the thing that makes you worth getting paid. You need to practice, but perfect practice makes perfect, right? If you practice something wrong, you're not going to become better. You're just going to repeat that same thing. So what does perfect practice look like for a sales rep? You need to practice two different parts. One is your presentation or your appointment from start to finish. So let's go through that really quick. When you come to the door of the homeowner, what do you say in the beginning? Do you have an upfront contract, which is basically an agreement of what's going to happen at that appointment? It's a verbal agreement. Then you get to the point of a little bit of a rapport. You ask kind of non-project related questions just to get to know the person a little bit more or to get a sense of what their personality is like. Then you get into the pain funnel. You need to ask the right questions to understand their pain points, their preferences, what they like, the styles they like. You can't just jump in with a solution that you think would be best for them. You need to have them give you enough information so that you can present the right solution. Then you get to the point of creating the solution and going over the solution. So how do you go over it? Do you just grab your proposal and be like, okay, here's the solution, you're getting this and this, and it's gonna cost you that much? Or do you build value and you say, okay, so for your project, we're gonna go ground up. We're putting a foundation down. We're putting this kind of a floor and structure under. You're getting a gable roof. You're getting these kind of walls and it's gonna be wrapped in this material. You're getting this kind of ceiling and windows and so on. You go through the details of it so that the homeowner actually gets the value of whatever you're proposing. And then at the end, go for the close. They tell you, well, it seems a little too much, or I don't know if I can afford this. How do you go through all these objections? Do you have answers for every possible objection that you could encounter, or at least 80% of them, 90% of them? Are you prepared with that? Okay, so that's going from start to finish of the appointment. But there are three things I want you to keep in mind that if you want to increase your sales, have your prospect or customer be 100% certain, 10 out of 10 certain on these three things. Number one is going to be the solution that you provide, that it's going to be the right solution for them. Number two is the company, that the company that's providing that solution is the right company for them. And then number three is going to be you, the sales rep, that you are the right person to help them see their project from start to finish, and you will be there in that process. You're not just gonna sell them and never see them again or talk to them again. Actually, yesterday, I had a guy that was going door to door, and he came in here, he was trying to sell me phone lines. So he's like, do you have business phones? I told him, yeah, sure. So he's like, okay, what kind of phones do you have? I told him, well, for business, I just have one, like IP phone. And he's like, what about for home? How many phones do you have? I told him, like, there's 6 of us or whatever. We have 6 phones. He's like, well, how much are you paying per month? I was like, I don't know. Then he gave me like, typically people pay this much. I'm like, okay, sounds about reasonable. He's like, but I can get you a lot less. So let's say if you're getting $200, you're paying $200 per month, I can get you for $120 per month. Wouldn't you want that deal? I'm like, no, I'm all set. Like, it's not just about the price for me. And I told him that. Like, it's not just the price. Like, especially when I have things established, changing carriers, changing things, there's a pain to change. And people are not willing to just change something just because something is a little bit cheaper when they're already getting a great value. But, so I told him that. And then he's like, well, you know, if you change, you get me, and I'm here for you, and this and that. And I'm thinking like, okay, that's fine. That's focusing on the sales rep. You want to sell yourself too. But he didn't really build a good rapport. Like, I don't know him. So just because he says you get me, well, I don't know who you are. Like, you could be, I just sold you this and you'll never hear from me. And then, like, I don't need that kind of person, that kind of relationship. So he didn't build the value in himself, because all he was doing was just pushing the solution. Like, here, I have the solution and you need it and you must buy it. People are not going to buy it that way. They need to realize that they need that solution. And they need to realize that this sales rep is the best sales rep for them. And they need to realize that the company that's providing that solution is the best company, the best fit for them. So to do that, you must practice. You have to role play. And you have to role play by asking questions. So as an example, if you want to build value in yourself, you don't just tell the homeowner or the customer that I'm the best person for you. Like, that's not believable. You want to prove it. So throughout your appointment, you can interweave how you have helped other homeowners or other customers with similar projects, and how when there were issues or something, because in construction, let's say, there's always something that comes up, how you were able to assist the homeowner through any kind of pain points or painful periods of that process. And at the end, that homeowner was very happy and appreciative of you being there, always being responsive when they call, when they face a minor issue, big issue, whatever it may be, you were there for them with answers, or if you didn't have the answer, you got that answer as soon as possible and got back to them. That's how you build the value. You don't just say, you know, you get me also and I'm the best here, without any kind of proof or examples or anything like that. So you want to be subtle in how you explain that and how you build value in yourself, but you want to show proof behind that as well. And likewise for the company. You can explain or show examples of how the company helped other homeowners in various situations, how we came up with a solution, how that solution came to life from start to finish, how the reviews that we get compared to other competitors in the area are different in terms of our reviews being more positive, homeowners giving us that experience, stating that they had a positive experience, and giving us testimonials, being willing to be on camera on our behalf. We're not paying them for it, but they are there saying they had a great experience and they got a great product. So long story short, number one mistake, or the biggest mistake that sales reps do, is they don't practice. And then the minor or the sub mistake is when they do practice, they practice the wrong thing. So remember, you want to have your customers be 100% certain on you, the sales rep, on your company that you represent, and on the solution or product that you're presenting to them. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you got value out of it, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so, because we're going to continue to provide these kind of videos, and I'll see you in the next one.